Hello, I welcome you all to my class. Today we are going to solve the problems on least square methods. Given a time series, how to find out the equation of the trend line and estimate the trend for future years, or for the given year, how to find out the trend values. So let us look at this problem. The question here is, fit a straight line trend by the method of least squares for the following time series and find the trend values for each year. Also estimate the sale for the year 2010. Look at the data here. This is a time series regarding the sales. In the year 2005, the sale figure is 11. It may be in thousand or lakhs of rupees. In 2006, it is 15. 2007, it is 12. 2008, it is 13. And 2009, it is 19. You have to make a prediction or estimate the trend for the year 2010. Okay. So the very first thing is we are going to fit a straight line trend. Let us see how we do it. So first of all, what I do for my conveniency, I will write down this table in the vertical way. Okay. So let us write down the table in the vertical way. So I'm going to write this table like this. First column is my year. Second column is sales. Okay. For the year 2005, the figure for the sale is 11. For the year 2006, it is 15. For the year 2007, it is 12. For 2008, it is 13. 2009, it is 19. Okay. So whenever I'm given the time series, the first column is my time. It could be year, month, anything. The second column is giving me the values. So I will write down the second column by, denoted by Y. So these are the values of Y. Now for straight line trend, you know that what we do, we start with the equation of trend line. Let Y equal to A plus BX be the equation of trend line. We assume that the time series, the graph of the time series is a linear curve. I mean, it's a line. So let Y equal to A plus BX be the equation of trend line. Then we are going to convert the time into X. Here the time is year. So we have to convert year into X. So how we do that? We choose our X in such a way that summation of X is equal to 0 to ease our calculation and get the values of A and B. So what is the value of A? We got summation of Y divided by N. And what is the value of B? The value of B is summation of XY divided by summation of X square. Okay. So Y is equal to A plus BX is the equation of trend line. The values of A and B are given by this formula. A is summation Y upon N and B is summation XY divided by summation X square. These values we get by solving the normal equations. And in the normal equation, we put summation X equal to 0. This much you have to remember. Now what we are going to do here, all of you please concentrate. The time I'm going to convert into X. How are we going to do that? So first of all, find out the value of N here. In this problem, what is the value of N? How many years are given to you? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Here N is equal to 5. And what is 5? It's an odd number. So whenever the number of values in your data are odd, exactly one year will come in the center. So which is the center here? 2007. This is in the center. You give this value of X corresponding to this year as 0. And then for the next year, 1 and 2. And before that, you give -1 and -2. If there are more years, then you can continue. in the steps of 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. And similarly here also, if you have more values here, more years here, you can write -1, -2, -3, like that. So how you have to convert this year into X? Count the number of years. If it is odd, as it is in this problem, n is equal to 5, exactly 1 year will come in the center. Give the value of X to that year as 0, and then start after that, the whatever year you are having, give the value of X as 1 to continue like that. Similarly, below 0, above 0, -1, -2, like that. Okay. Now, once you have given, why we are taking the value of X in like that? Because if you add this, you will get 0. Summation of, we have to take the values like this, that summation X. Then only we get the values of A and B like that. So if you add this column, you will get 0. 1, -1, 0, 2, -2, 0. Right? Okay. So that is how we have to give the values. Now, we have to find out the value of A and B. To calculate the value of A, what we need? Summation of Y divided by N. N we know, it is 5. Summation of Y means this is the column for Y. So you need to find out the sum of this column. Correct? For B, what you need? Summation of XY and summation of X square. So summation of XY and summation of X square you are not having here. So you will make those two columns. So X into Y column and the column for X square. So you have to make two more columns here. Okay, and take the sum of those two columns. Now look at here, X into Y. This is the column for X and this is the column for Y. Multiply these two figures. So 11 into -2 will give you -22. Correct? So here you will get -22. Plus into minus will give you minus. 11 is with plus sign, 2 is with minus sign. So 11 into -2 plus into minus will give you minus, and 11 into 2 will give you 22. 15 into -1 will give you -15. 12 into 0, 0. 13 into 1, 13. And 19 into 2 will give you 38. So in this way, you have calculated the column X into Y. Now X square. Take the square of the values here. X is -2. -2 square. Okay. That means -2 into -2. When you multiply minus with minus, you will get plus. And 2 into 2 is 4. Also, the square of every number is positive, even though the number is negative. Correct? So -2 square is 4. Where it has gone. Here. So -2 square is 4, -1 square is 1, 0 square is 0, 1 square is 1, and 2 square is 4. So you have completed this table. Now take the sum. Now look at here, the sum of all the columns you need. So first of all, let us take the sum of the column Y, because you need to calculate this for A. So summation of Y, that means what you have to do? 11 plus 15 plus 12 plus 13 plus 19. So that will give you 70. So summation of Y column is 70. If you add these values, you get 70. Now summation of X into Y column. So here you see that some values are minus and some values are plus. So one way is what? You just add the values which are with negative sign. So -22 and -15. That will give you -37. And then add the values with plus sign, 13 and 38. 51. And then 51 minus 37. So 51 minus 37 will give you 40. So this you will get as 40. This is one method, or you can use the calculator also to solve this, to take this sum. How? What you have to do is, see, I'm explaining you here how to use the calculator to solve or to find the sum of XY column. Look at what is my first figure in x into y. It is minus 22, correct? So what you have to do, this minus 22, first you press 22 on your calculator, 2. So you will get 22 on your screen. But 22 I want with minus sign. So you have to change this sign of this. So you have to press this symbol. This symbol, this key is there in your calculator, correct? So 22 first you press, you will get 22 on the screen. Then press the symbol plus minus. So you will get minus 22, correct? In that you have to add minus 15. So directly you can write minus 15. Then plus 13, minus 15. Then plus 13. And then finally plus 38. So the answer is 14. So this way also you can do it. Or if you are doing it manually, then first you add the values with negative sign, then add the values with plus sign, and then subtract. Okay. Now take the sum of x square column. I have already told you how to change the sign if you are using the calculator. अगर आपको -22 चाहिए तो पहले आप 22 को प्रेस कीबोर्ड आई मीन द स्क्रीन पर लेकर आओ और उसका साइन चेंज करना है तो आपको ये प्रेस करना पड़ेगा. कैलकुलेटर में ये की होता है प्लस माइनस. ठीक है. तो बाय दैट यू कैन चेंज द साइन. Now what you have to do, take the sum of x square column. What is your x square column? See here, x square means you have to take the sum of this column. So 4 plus 1 5 plus 1 6 plus 4 10. So without calculator also you can do that. So this summation of x square column is 10. Okay. Now what you have to do, put the values in this a summation of y, summation xy, and summation x square and n, and find the values of a and b. So what is a? Summation y upon n. Look at this. A is summation y upon n. Summation y is 70. And what is your n? It is 5. So 70 divided by 5. So 70 divided by 5 will give you 14. So A is 14. What is B? B is summation of x into y, that is 14. And summation x square is 10. So it is 1.4. Okay. So you got the values of A and B. Once you have got the values of A and B, put the value of A and B back in this equation. So you will get the equation of trend line. So let us write down that. Therefore, equation of trend line is y equal to A plus bx, correct? So A ka value we got 14. A plus bx, b is 1.4. Okay, look at here. Y equal to A plus bx, A is 14 and b is 1.4. So 14 plus 1.4x. So 14 plus 1.4. So this we have got as the equation of trend line. Now by making use of this equation, you can find the trend value for every year. So for example, if you want to find out the trend value for the year 2005, you have to see what is the value of x corresponding to the year 2005. What is the value of x corresponding to the year 2005? -2. That means to find the trend value for the year 2005, put x equal to -2. Okay, in this. To find trend value for the year, which year? 2005, put x equal to -2. 2005, put x is equal to -2. When you put here x is equal to -2, what you will get? 14 plus 1.4, x की जगह पर आपको रखना है -2. So 14 plus 1.4 into -2. So plus into minus will give you minus, and 1.4 into 2, that will give you 2.8. Now 14 minus 2.8 will give you 11.2. So the trend value for the year 2005 is 11.2. This is how you can calculate the trend value. So for the year 2005, you got the trend value as 11.2. So you can make another column here for trend value. So for the year 2005, you got 11.2. Okay. Now for the year 2006, if you want trend value, you have to put the value of x as -1. For the year 2006, x is equal to -1. So when you put here x is equal to -1, you will get y equal to 14 plus 1.4 into -1. So that will be 14 plus into minus will give you minus 1.4. So 14 minus 1.4, that will give you 12.6. Okay. So the trend value for the year 2006 is 12.6. So we can write here 12.6. Okay. See the actual time series में 2005 का value 11 था. But by least square method, what we got 11.2. For 2006, it was 15 in the original time series. The estimated trend is 12.6. For the year 2007, what is the value of x? It is 0. So put x equal to 0. I can do here itself. So I will erase this. For the year 2006, put x equal to 0. To find the trend value for the year 2006, you have to put x equal to 0. Put x is equal to 0. Look at here. For the year 2007, put x equal to 0. For the year 2007. So when you put here x equal to 0, you will get y equal to 14 plus 1.4 into 0. So that will give you 14 plus this whole thing will become 0. So the answer will be 14. So it will be 14 only. So for 2007, it will be 14. Okay. For 2008, you have to put the value of x as 1. For the year 2008, put x is equal to 1 plus 1. Okay. So it will be 14 plus 1. So it is 1.4. 14 plus 1.4. कितना आएगा? 15.4. So it will be 15.4. Okay. So for the year 2008, it is 15.4. Okay. For the year 2009, you have to put the value of x as 2. So for the year 2009, put x is equal to 2. For the year 2009, put x is equal to 2. So y is equal to 14 plus 1.4 into 2. That will give you 14 plus 2.8. 1.4 into 2 is 2.8. So it will be 16.8. Okay. So you can write here for 2009, it is 16.8. Okay. So you have calculated the trend value for all the years. Now this method is advantageous. Why? Because you can find out the trend value for any year. In moving average method, you are not able to calculate from first few years and the last few years. Okay. So that is how this method is more preferable. So we have found out the equation of trend line and the trend values for all the years. Now what else we have to do? Look at the question. Find the trend value for each year. Also estimate the sale for the year 2010. 2010 में sale कितना होगा? That you have to forecast, estimate करना है, future का. Okay, you are given the figure only up to 2009. 2010 में कितना होगा sale? So look at here. 2009 के बाद 2010 आएगा तो उसके लिए x का वैल्यू क्या होगा? Look at here, x का वैल्यू इधर 1 to एक के स्टेप में इंक्रीज हो रहा है. तो 2010 के लिए x का वैल्यू होगा 3. So if you have to find out the sale or the estimated value for the year 2010, you have to put x equal to 3. So you can write here to estimate the trend for the year 2010, put x equal to 3. To estimate sale for the future year, for the year 2010, correct? 2010. Wait a minute, let me take it out. To estimate the sale for the year 2010, put x is equal to how much? 3. See here, 2009 के लिए 2 है, तो 2010 के लिए एक एक के स्टेप में इंक्रीज हो रहा है, तो it will be 3. So put x equal to 3. So when you put here x equal to 3, what will you get? Y equal to 14 plus 1.4 into 3. So that will be 14 plus 4.2. 1.4 into 3. So it will give you 1.4 multiplied by 3, that is 4.2. And then you add 14 to that. So you will get 18.2. So that means the estimated value for the year 2010 will be 18.2. Look at here. For 2010, it will be 18.2. So you can find out the trend value for any year. Okay. अगर आपको 2011 के लिए पूछा है, 9 के लिए 2 है, 10 के लिए x का वैल्यू 3 और 11 के लिए 4 होगा. So once you have got the equation of the trend line, you can find out the trend value for any year. So what we did today, let us revise quickly. To find the straight line chain, we start with the equation of trend line. That y equal to a plus bx is the equation of trend line. Then we have to convert the year or the time into x. How we have to convert? We have to choose our x in such a way that summation x should be 0. Why we do that? To ease our calculation. Okay. So the value of a comes out to be summation y upon n and b summation xy upon summation n. You can directly remember this. This comes by solving the normal equations. So normal equations were given here. See, when I have explained you this in the last lecture, see this method. Okay. These are called normal equations. So when you put summation x equal to 0, you get the values of a and b. Okay. So first thing is to write down the equation of the trend line. Okay. Then convert the time into x. How to convert? See how many values are there. Here n is 5, which is odd. So exactly 1 year will come in the center. So the corresponding value of x for that year should be 0. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. And above 0, minus 1, minus 2 like that. In the steps of 1, 1, you have to give the values. Then you prepare the table, find out x into y column, x square, take the sum of each column. Okay. Then find out the value of a by putting the values of summation y. Here it is 70 and n. You got 40. Then b summation xy, take the sum of this column, 14 summation x square 10. So 14 upon 10, 1.4. Once you have got the values of a and b, put that back in the equation so that you will get the equation of trend line. Once you have got the equation of trend line, your half of the work is done. Now you can find out the trend value for any year. If it is asked to you to find out for each year, like in this problem, Then for 2005, put x equal to -2. For 2006, put x equal to -1, and so on. So you will get the tained values. Then you can write down the tained values in the prepare a column and write down. In this problem, you are also asked to estimate the sale for the year 2010. That means the future. You are given the data only up to 2009. So for future year, if you want to predict, you have to see that the pattern. The values of x are in the steps of 1. So if there is 2010, the value of x will be 3. So we have put the value of x equal to 3 here. For the year 2010, put x equal to 3. When you put x equal to 3, you get 18.2. Okay, so today we have solved the problem where the number of years were odd and was 5. Okay, so exactly 1 year will come in the center. What if the number of years are even? Suppose 5 की जगह 4 है या 6 है. So how will you give the values of x? So that we will see in the next class. Okay, so thank you all. Thank you.